Imagine you're speaking. You're sharing a thought that matters to you at dinner, in a meeting, or with friends. Suddenly, someone talks over you. They cut you off and take over the conversation. In that moment, your body reacts. Your heart beats faster. Your face feels hot. You want to fight back. Most people do. They raise their voice. They talk faster and louder to win back attention. They try to beat noise with more noise. But when they do that, they often look desperate or insecure. They let someone else's behavior control their emotions. A Stoic does something different. A Stoic chooses silence. Today, we're breaking down how to handle interruptions without anger or aggression. Instead of reacting, you pause. Instead of competing, you stay calm. We'll look at the ideas of Zeno and Epictetus and learn how to keep your dignity when others lose control. First, understand what's really happening. On one side, there's the insecure interrupter. This person is uncomfortable with silence. They feel the need to fill every gap with their own voice. They interrupt because they want attention or validation. They think controlling the conversation means controlling the room. On the other side is the Stoic observer. This person stays calm. They know real power doesn't shout, it stays steady and controlled. When someone interrupts you, it's easy to feel defeated. You might think that stopping your sentence means you've lost. But that's the wrong way to see it. Stopping is not weakness. It can be a strategy. This is what we can call intentional silence. Think of it like a spotlight. When you're speaking, the spotlight is on you. When someone interrupts, they try to grab it. If you fight them for it, both of you look messy and chaotic. But if you stop speaking the moment they interrupt, something interesting happens. You give them the spotlight completely. Now they stand alone in it. If they are being rude, everyone sees it clearly. You don't need to point it out. Your silence does that for you. That is dignity. Zeno once said we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak. He didn't mean we should be weak or let people walk over us. He meant that the ability to stay quiet and listen shows strength and self-control. Throughout history, wise people have believed that the need to constantly speak shows a lack of discipline. So when someone interrupts you, don't see them as powerful. See them as someone struggling to control themselves. Before using any calm phrases or techniques, you need to understand your purpose. If your goal is to embarrass the other person or win the argument, you've already lost your balance. You're still reacting from ego. The goal is not to defeat them. The goal is to protect your inner peace. Epictetus taught that we cannot control what others do. We can only control how we respond. If you react with anger or pettiness, you're letting their behavior control you. But if you pause, breathe, and choose your words carefully, you stay in control. And that is real power. Picture yourself in the middle of a sentence. You're explaining an idea that matters to you. Maybe you're at a dinner table, sharing a story. Maybe you're in a meeting, making an important point. You're focused. You're clear. Then suddenly, someone cuts in. Your words are pushed aside like they never existed. In that split second, something shifts inside you. Your chest tightens. Your heartbeat speeds up. A voice in your mind says, "Don't let them do that. Speak louder. Take it back." It feels like a small battle has begun. Most people respond to that feeling instantly. They raise their voice. They talk faster. They try to push their way back into the conversation. But when two people fight for the same space, the room doesn't see strength. It sees tension. It sees noise. Now imagine choosing a different path. Instead of reacting, you pause. You say quietly to yourself, "I will control my tongue." That simple decision changes everything. In that moment, you are no longer trying to win the room. You are trying to master yourself. When you refuse to be shaken, you win something far greater than the argument. You win your composure. There is a quiet kind of power in stopping. When someone interrupts you and you immediately fall silent, you create space. You don't sigh. You don't roll your eyes. You don't rush to defend yourself. You simply stop and look at them calmly. At first, they may not notice. They continue talking, riding the energy of their interruption. But slowly, something changes. Without your resistance, there is no friction. Without friction, there is no fight. And without a fight, their energy often fades. Sometimes they stumble. Sometimes they ramble. Sometimes they realize everyone in the room can now see what just happened. When they finish, you wait one steady second. Not out of anger. Not out of drama. Just one calm breath. Then you say, as I was saying, and you continue exactly where you left off. No apology. No hostility. You treat the interruption like a passing cloud that briefly crossed the sun but did not change its path. That is self-control in action. Other times, silence alone may not be enough. So you choose words carefully, like placing stones across a river. If someone cuts in, you might calmly say, I notice you have something to say. Go ahead. I'll wait. There is no sarcasm in your tone. No challenge. Just steadiness. They expected resistance. They expected you to compete. Instead, you give them space. In doing so, you show that you are not afraid of losing attention. You trust that your voice still holds value. Or perhaps you say, please finish your thought, then I'll finish mine. It is simple. Fair. Direct. You look at them with calm eyes and speak evenly. You are not attacking them. You are restoring order. You are saying, without drama, that conversations have structure, and you intend to honor it. Sometimes, with someone who interrupts again and again, you may need to go deeper. With genuine curiosity, not sarcasm, you might ask, are you interrupting because you think I'm done, or because you don't want to hear what I'm saying? The question hangs in the air. It forces reflection. Many people interrupt without thinking. This question makes them think. It brings the behavior into the light. And if someone speaks over you forcefully, you can calmly say, I'm going to pause you for a moment. I wasn't quite finished. Notice the tone. Low. Steady. No emotion attached. You are not complaining. You are stating a fact. You were not finished. Facts do not need anger to be powerful. There may even be moments when you gently step aside and say, you seem very passionate about this. Why don't you start, and I'll follow? By naming their energy, you soften the moment. You remove the competition. Often, when given full permission to speak, the urgency that drove the interruption disappears. In every case, the real work happens inside you first. The next time you are interrupted, feel your body's reaction. Notice the heat, the tension, the urge to jump back in. Acknowledge it. Then let it pass. Remind yourself, I am not here to win a shouting match. I am here to protect my dignity. This is not about humiliating anyone. It is not about proving you are smarter or stronger. It is about remaining steady when others are not. You cannot control whether someone interrupts you. You can control whether you become chaotic in response. The world is full of noise. Many people are uncomfortable with silence. They rush to fill every gap with words, as if quiet moments are dangerous. But silence is not weakness. Silence is control. When you stop fighting for attention, something surprising happens. People begin to listen more closely. The person who speaks less but with calm confidence often carries more weight than the person who dominates every second. So as you move through your week, try this. The next time someone talks over you, do not rush to reclaim the floor. Pause. Breathe. Choose your response instead of reacting automatically. Stand tall in your stillness. Let others chase the spotlight if they need it. You will speak again, and when you do, your words will land with more strength because they are not driven by impulse. Your goal is not just to stop interruptions. Your goal is to remain steady even when the room is loud. To stay calm when others lose control. To master your tongue instead of letting emotion master you. When you respect your own silence, others begin to respect your speech. Remain composed. Remain sovereign. And let your silence speak just as clearly as your words.